Today, we're looking at this little beast, the Sony FX3. Everyone is raving about its quality in this little body, but is it really good quality camera? Let's find out. Before we get started, I want to state up front that Sony did not send me this camera. I paid to rent it, and neither Sony nor the rental house has any influence on this video. The Sony FX3 borrows many settings, formats, and color signs from their larger cinema line, but it is fit in this really compact little body. I used to own an FS5 and a 7S II, and I'm used to the old Sony color science, so keep watching to the end to see how this color science from the Venice stacks up in this little camera. The FX3 has a lot of the same features of any cameras in this class, but offers this cage-free type design with the ability to mount accessories directly to the body. It offers 5 1/4-20 threads in addition to the thread on the bottom of the camera used for tripods. It also doesn't have an EVF, but if you don't use it that much, that's not really a deal breaker. I feel it keeps the camera more compact for run and gun and tight situations. Looking at more of the body, it offers a variety of customizable buttons and dials that puts commonly used settings right at your fingertips, or should I say thumb tips. Some of my quick favorites are at the top: the ISO, the iris, the white balance. It also offers a record button and the autofocus joystick to quickly place your focus square and then focus on an object in the center of the screen. On the back, it has the mode button to switch between different camera modes, the menu button, focus magnification, function button to use custom functions, and other useful tools around the rear dial such as zebra, display options, peaking, and shutter. It also has the play button to view images and footage already taken. What is really cool about this camera is that it offers a zoom rocker. Even with just using a Sony FE lens, such as the one I have right here, you still have the ability to use digital zoom if you desire, in addition to the zoom ring on the lens, which I feel gives amazing flexibility in run and gun situations. Also, the camera is weather sealed, so it will hold up against some moist weather, although I wouldn't film in the pouring rain, and if you do, you should probably use like a camera rain cover or something just to protect the camera. This camera feels very light and ergonomic in my hand. I could definitely shoot footage all day with this and have no issues. It uses Sony's newer NP FC100 lithium-ion battery. I didn't do a full power drain test, but according to Sony, it lasts longer than older batteries. If you do run out, there is a USB-C port for charging. The camera also offers a full HDMI port, a 3.5mm mic jack, headphone jack, and of course a flippy LCD screen, which is important for all YouTubers. On the other side is a dual memory card slot where Sony offers stacked ports where you can use SDXC cards or the new CF Express A type cards. The SDXC cards can be used for just about all formats except the 600 megabits per second all-intra mode, which needs the new CF Express Type A cards due to their speed. It comes with a big update, firmware update version 2.0. With this update, it more closely aligns with Sony's cinema line workflow. It offers advanced log shooting choices including Cine-L options, the ability to import user LUTs, timecode syncing via an optional cable, and an even easier to operate camera interface. I already thought the menu system on this new camera was way easier than my A7S II, which is the Sony camera that I owned last. A big part of this update is the ability to shoot in 4K DCI. While the FX3 was already on the Netflix list, just with its UHD capability, this gives it the ability to match the resolution of the bigger Sony cinema cameras. This camera offers a variety of file formats using the XAVC codec, which is a very efficient codec when editing. It also includes XAVC-HS, which is Sony's H.265 codec. You can shoot in recording settings of 280 megabits per second in 422 or 200 megabits per second in 420. You can also shoot in the standard H.264 codec, all-I, up to 600 megabits per second, up to 60 FPS. I unfortunately did not get to see that 4K DCI footage because this rental doesn't have the most recent firmware update. One of the most noticeable accessories that stands out is this top handle with the XLR input adapter. This handle is included with the camera, which gives you professional audio that connects to the FX3 via hot shoe. This is similar to the Panasonic DMW XLR1 mentioned in my S1H video, but this offers way more than that. It attaches to the hot shoe and uses the hot shoe to operate just like the Panasonic one, but it is secured to the camera with these two screws. The FX3 offers two mono inputs via XLR/TRS and one stereo input via 1/8 inch mic jack. For these three inputs, it offers gain adjustment, which can be set to auto or manual, low cut settings, phantom power, and an ATT switch, which controls attenuation. Attenuation, by the way, is used to reduce the input level received from the mic. It gives you 0 decibels, -10 decibels, and -20 decibels. It also has a mount for the shotgun microphone, as well as the ability to turn off the handle audio to save battery if needed. While I love the audio features of the handle itself because I am all about great audio, the handle is a bit small for my giant Viking hands. Although there are handle extenders you can get to make it a little longer, and that should help those of us with big hands. The FX3 offers unlimited 4K recording at 60p and up to 120 FPS at 10% crop, which still looks amazing. Only real YouTubers and filmmakers shoot everything in 60 and do cool slow motion sequences. You can even shoot S&Q mode and shoot up to 240 FPS and 1080p, giving you the most cinematic footage of your life. All formats shoot in 10-bit color, which gives you more color data and smoother gradients so you don't have the 8-bit banding of lies from your peasant DSLR cameras. With the newer color science, it shoots in an advertised 15 stops of dynamic range and has S-Log2 and S-Log3 picture profiles to give you the maximum data possible for post-production. It also offers the infamous S-Cinetone, which is basically the Venice color science straight out of camera with pleasing skin tones. This reduces the time for a heavy color grade and allows you to speed up your workflow for quick delivery. The video quality is sharp and has so much detail. Well, Sony is known for its super sharp images, which I do like. The highlight roll-offs look great as well. Of course, since this is Sony, it has the best autofocus in the history of autofocus. It is responsive AF. It features real-time tracking and eye autofocus with human and animal detection. It uses 627 points to cover approximately 89% of the screen. Sony's autofocus technology basically goes back to the beginning of time. Even the founding fathers were impressed with Sony's autofocus. They used it to win the Revolutionary War. This camera also offers an amazing 5-axis in-body image stabilization and even has gyro data to further stabilize in Sony Catalyst browse. Of course, the low light performance is phenomenal. The low light is becoming amazing in most mirrorless cameras nowadays, but I believe still Sony remains the king of low light. Here are some tests to see how clean it is from a pitch black room. The Sony FX3 is also capable of 16-bit RAW over HDMI to compatible recorders up to 4K 60p, which gives you the highest quality signal and maximum data output for flexibility in post-production. I want to mention thank you to Awesome Movie Gear for helping me with the Sony FX3 and the Sony lens along with accessories. Not sponsored, by the way, my supervisor made me say that. Awesome Movie Gear is an amazing resource for video and film projects of any size, so check them out for your gear rental needs. If you want to buy the Sony FX3 along with this setup and lens, all the links are in the description and the pinned comment below. Overall, I feel the Sony FX3 is a beast of a camera. It has just about all the features of the higher end Sony cinema cameras at a fraction of the price. Whether you're shooting a commercial, documentary, TV show, film, or music video, this camera will perform very well and get the job done. Thank you for watching the Viking DP Nerd Out About Camera Gear. If you found this video helpful, attack that like button and subscribe for more filmmaker news, tutorials, and reviews. Ring the notification bell as well so you get to see this lovely face. Keep fighting, film friends. Viking DP out. Oh yeah, also don't forget to subscribe. Oh, and check out my latest video. Yeah.